Attorney Manuel Barba here. If you're watching this video, chances are you or someone close to you was arrested for DUI. I know how you're feeling. Being stopped by the police, being questioned, and then having to do field sobriety tests on the side of the road, and then maybe having to blow into a machine. All of that can be very upsetting. Then afterwards, being arrested, being handcuffed, maybe even blowing into another machine, or worse yet, they stick you in the arm with a needle. Then they throw you in a jail cell. That's all traumatizing, I understand. So here's what you need to know. When you get arrested for a DUI, there are two proceedings that are going to happen. The first proceeding is the DMV trying to take your license away. When you were arrested, the cop took your driver's license and gave you a pink sheet. Looks just like this one. DMV order of suspension, and it's also a temporary license, all in one document. The temporary license part is good for 30 days, and then at the end of 30 days, the suspension will go into effect automatically. The length of the suspension depends upon whether you have prior DUI convictions within the past 10 years, or you're under 21 years of age, or you refused a chemical test. The bottom line is the DMV can suspend your driver's license from 4 months to 3 years or more, depending on the circumstances of your individual case. The important part is you've got 10 days from the date of receiving that pink document to preserve your hearing rights with the DMV. That's the first thing I do when a client hires me. Preserving your DMV hearing rights is essential because that is the only opportunity you're going to have to contest the suspension. If you fail to preserve your hearing rights within the 10-day period, then the DMV can deem that as a waiver, and that suspension will then go into effect automatically when the temporary license expires at the end of the 30-day period. The second proceeding is the court trying to punish you for breaking the law. When you were released from jail, you got a notice to appear. Looks just like this one. And at the bottom, there's a court date. That's your arraignment hearing. The arraignment hearing is where the judge advises you of what you're charged with, advises you of your constitutional rights, and then takes your plea, guilty or not guilty. If you plead guilty, the judge will convict you right then and there, and will sentence you right then and there as well. Remember, the maximum penalty for a first-time DUI is 6 months in jail, plus alcohol classes and court fines and whatever else the judge wants to throw at you. I'm not saying that the judge is going to give you 6 months. All I'm saying is that is the maximum. The problem with pleading guilty at the arraignment is that none of the alleged evidence against you has been examined by anybody. You are assuming that all the evidence against you is correct. In other words, you'd be assuming that everything the cop did is correct, everything that the crime lab did was correct, and that the chemical test results, which is nothing more than a number on a piece of paper, that's correct also. That would be absolutely crazy thing to do. The best thing to do is to have an attorney that is an expert DUI defense appear for you, enter a not guilty plea, and then set a new hearing date. That way, all the evidence against you can be gathered from the district attorney, examined by someone that understands the DUI investigation, that understands chemical testing, and can try to cut the best possible resolution for your case, possibly even a dismissal. Remember, hiring a lawyer is not like buying a loaf of bread. You can go to Ralph's, you can go to Stater Brothers, you can go to Albertsons and buy the same exact loaf of bread. The only question at that point is the price, how much you're going to pay for that loaf of bread. But licensed criminal attorneys are not the same. The only thing criminal attorneys have in common is that they pass the bar exam and they have a license to practice law. Each criminal attorney has different skill sets. Some attorneys are experts in defending sexual assault cases. Some attorneys are experts in defending drug cases. And some attorneys, like me, are experts in defending DUI cases. How do you know what the attorney is an expert in? Go to their website. Read their website. If it tells you, it will tell you. If the attorney handles many different areas of law, then they're probably not an expert in any one of them. That just means they take every case that walks in the door. If you'd like to talk about your individual case, text me or give me a call, 951-680-9125. Again, 951-680-9125. And then I will schedule a phone consultation with you and we can talk about your particular case. Again, I'm attorney Manuel Barba, and if I can help you, I'm here.